of black. Speaking of black, Shonda's got on her little Tupac shirt today.
It's just me against the world, baby.
So Tupac more than Biggie, or the same, or who's your?
About the same with me.
I feel like you're trying to be congenial when we all know that you prefer Tupac. It's fine.
Well,
no
Tupac,
Sade,
but you know,
it's no Sade to
Biggie.
Biggie.
Biggie has it going on also. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're great in different ways. I mean I prefer the stylings of the Tupac. You know, I like Biggie, but you know I'm definitely gonna reach for a Tupac
because guess what? It was all a dream. Okay, continue on. Okay.
Not you trying to appease the masses. We've had this conversation. But staying on Tupac.
Okay.
Interesting fun fact. You know, a lot of people don't know. You know, Tupac did the ballet. Did you know that?
I'm familiar with that somewhat. Okay.
A lot of people didn't know that he did ballet.
Was it in Baltimore?
And see, you asking for facts that was going on when I was basically in diapers.
Okay, yes, I'm not going.
But yeah, he.
I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I don't.
I mean, he was good. He was very prestigious. Very, you know, that was. He was a totally different person before he was a rapper.
More than a rapper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, and a lot of people feel like the thug life image was just an image. A lot of people question.
I will agree
whether, you know, because anybody who was familiar with him prior to his acting, completely different person, and they feel like he took on these acting roles where he was portraying these gangster characters and just never broke out of character.
Yes.
And I'm like, I could see it. Also, guys, I would like to apologize up front. The grass is being cut. We're going to power through. Look, y'all get lawn service. You know, if it gets a little loud, then we'll pause. We'll come back. But hopefully we can push through before it get too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just bear with us. You know what I'm saying? Ma'am, do you got somewhere to be?
Oh, Wes. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. But, you know, I had to make sure the statement I made about him being in Baltimore for the ballet. And yes, I was.
Oh, you fact check?
Fact check. Yeah, okay. It was Baltimore. Well, living in Baltimore. Okay. Okay, I just knew I had read that years ago, but it stuck with me. Mm-hmm. Okay, continue Bless his on.
Heart. Yeah, he was an artist going through. But that was your Tupac fun fact of the day. Look my man up. You know, he was a man of many layers.
Yes.
Many layers. Okay.
Yeah, more than people give him credit for. You know.
I think he got his flowers.
Okay.
I just think that people forget.
Gone too soon. That's another one. Gone too soon. Huh?
Way too.
Yes.
Lots of them. That's a different podcast. I ain't even go down that road. Mm-hmm. But speaking of music, let's talk pop girlies.
Oh, okay.
So let's do. Who do you think my top 3 pop girlies are? First, I'm gonna do yours. Who I think your top 3 pop girlies of all time. Your top 3 pop girls. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. And this is going to be your favorite. It's not going to be about numbers and stats and stuff. Who your top 3 pop girlies are in the rotation. In no particular order. I'm going to have to say, I think you would say Janet. I'm going to put her in a pop girly. Britney Spears. And
sometimes I run.
And I would say I want to go Madonna, but I don't know. Would that be your
Those
top three?
the top three, baby girl. You know me.
Really? And then I think I had to do an honorable mention of Miley.
Well, you
Which,
know,
dag, I just did it for you. So my top three pop girlies.
Miley Cyrus,
Of course.
Britney Spears,
Mm-hmm. Not you trying to get me to give you the answer. To say. Now
Wow,
this is
wow,
a top. A few of
I
them are
just know your
tied.
top two, baby. I don't know.
Well, another one. Another. Who else is? Come on.
I'm just going to say Sabrina Carpenter.
She's definitely a top girl. Now, yes, I'm gonna put her in my top 5. She's definitely my top 5. Top 3.
Christine.
Right now, yeah, Sabrina is part of the top 3. But of all time, yes, of course, Miley,
Dua Lipa.
Britney. Nah, top 10. Top 10. Let's not get crazy.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to for number 3. I think I'm gonna have to go.
I went outlandish.
I'm gonna have to go Ariana. If we're gonna do an all time, I'm gonna have to go Miley, Britney, Ariana
Top three
of all time. Like
Okay.
for me, like my rotation.
And I can see that. I forgot. Oh wow, Aria. Yes.
But if you want to talk about as a whole, who's the top 3 of all time? Not necessarily my favorite. Madonna, Britney, Mariah.
Mariah.
I almost said Whitney, but
Whitney's in my top 5.
I don't know. Well, the reason why I don't say Whitney is because I don't
Well,
think people
she's-
go think pop
But she's
with
done
her.
a couple of pop hits.
She had some great pop
That's
hits.
what put her on the
Yeah,
map.
yeah.
Let's just, put
By
that out there.
definition, yes. But I think when we truly think of the essence of pop,
R&B, yeah.
I think, yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
But my generation definitely had the most pop girlies that really boom, boom, pow. Honorable mention Celine Dion.
Yes, I was
But then you got to start separating people. If you want to talk ballads, you're gonna go Whitney, Mariah, Celine,
Celine.
Toni Braxton.
For all those times you came.
The girlies aren't doing ballads anymore.
No.
They're not doing ballads. They can't. I think the last person that could really do the ballad, obviously Ariana, but other than that, Demi
You don't hear
Lovato.
ballads anymore.
Demi Lovato is the last ballad girl. Hold on, pause. Okay, and we're black. Okay, so sorry about that. The little grass people came. Look, you gotta get your lawn service. I'm glad they came. They did a great job. So we took a little intermission. For y'all, there was no intermission, but we had one. Had a little kiki, had a little music. Woo-woo. Anyways, we back. We was talking about the pop girlies, the dolls,
Hey.
pop girlies come and go, but when you are that girl, you stay that girl. And I'm pretty sure some people out there mad that we didn't mention some people. It's no Sade. We couldn't go through all of them.
Yes, and I was thinking about Sade like that.
But is Sade is she a pop girl?
She's in her own lane, so that's why.
Yeah, she's in her own lane.
She has her own category, so I didn't mention her.
Yeah.
But you guys know out there in the world.
Yeah, y'all know who the pop
listening
girlies
to
are.
out there in the world.
Yeah, nobody forgot about Rihanna.
Couldn't name everybody.
Yeah, we didn't forget about Kelly Clarkson. We didn't forget about Jessica Simpson, Ashley Simpson, Mandy Moore, Cassie. I'm gonna move on because we open up cans of worms that I wasn't trying to do. Speaking of singers, though,
Yes.
Mary Jane, yeah, a pop girly though.
Oh no, she R&B.
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Yes.
She
okay.
queen of hip hop R&B.
Okay.
Is she's the queen of the hip hop and R&B, right?
Okay,
No, isn't she?
I think so.
Who
yeah.
would be more than her? Yeah, that's her title,
That's
Queen
her
of Hip Hop and
title, Queen of
R&B.
Hip Hop. It's not.
And They said
MC
Ashanti is the princess of hip
Oh,
hop and
she's the
R&B.
princess. MC Light. Oh no. Hmm.
Is a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Girl, I ain't got time for it. Anyway, speaking of
It's fine,
singers,
guys.
you know who I've really been enjoying watching on TikTok? You ain't gonna believe it.
Who?
Very
girl?
random. Eric Benet.
You know, I've been seeing him a lot here.
Did we like him? He ain't had any scandals, has he?
Mm, not to my knowledge.
Okay, don't ruin it for me. I mean, he's really funny.
He comes and goes,
He's doing great on the TikTok.
and I'm scrolling and I'm seeing him more and more. But he has jokes now.
He
I
has
see
jokes.
that.
I like him.
Yeah,
He's very
and the
down to
older
earth.
he
He's
gets, the more
funny.
distinctive he's looking. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Sheena.
he's
I can see you saying that.
Yeah, he's I like him. He's funny. I'm gonna have to share. We gonna have to take a little scroll down the little Eric TikTok.
Okay,
But he's good. And last thing about TikTok, and we'll move on. You know, TikTok went through their thing where they took the music off, and
Yes.
you know they didn't take it off, but a lot of people's catalogs got pulled because you know record labels and stuff they get greedy.
I did hear about that.
Well, people are starting to put their catalogs back, and one of them that's really stuck out, and I think this was a great business move. Phil Collins and Genesis and these things, they're advertising our catalog's available, and people are really excited about it. People are excited. The children, another generation.
Take me home.
Ding, ding,
Because I don't remember. Okay.
Okay, we know, but yeah, that's where we at right now. Okay, so anyways,
Oh, I love me some Phil Collins.
I'm glad that worked
Okay,
out.
keep it coming. Keep it. Okay, go.
Speaking of celebrities, though,
Okay.
Julia, Eric, and Emma Roberts. Do you know these people?
Oh, yes. How can you not know Julia and Eric?
We know Julia Roberts.
Mhm.
Okay, Eric Roberts. You know him. Even if you don't think you know who he is, you know who he is. He's been in a lot of things
Yes.
over the years. Didn't know that they were brother and sister.
What?
I mean, why
Wow.
would I know that?
Why would you
Why
know?
would I know that?
Your generation.
Why would I
Okay,
know
yeah.
that? I know Pretty Woman. You know what I'm saying? I know the Jewels.
Richard Gere, Pretty Woman. Okay.
But of course, more than that, I know
Pretty
Emma
Woman.
Roberts.
Emma Roberts. You know.
Of course, I know Emma. I grew up with her. We're the same age. I've been watching her since she was on Nickelodeon. Huge fan. Okay? Did not know until maybe a year or two ago. Emma is Julia's niece.
Didn't know. Talking about a FYI.
Roberts never clicked. Never clicked.
Emma,
But Roberts
and
is
I
such
love
a
Emma
common
Roberts.
name.
Wow, I didn't know that, Chanel.
And then I later found out, oh, Eric and Julia, their brother and sister, still didn't click. And then I was like, wait. So
Yeah.
who's Emma's father, mother? How is Julia her aunt?
Is Eric her dad?
Eric is her father.
What?
I didn't know.
Shut the front door.
I didn't know. So recently he came out with a book. I think it came out with a book. And he's apologizing because I knew that they were estranged, Julia and Eric. They were not close.
Yes, they've been having animosity way back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's come out with a book and he's doing his press tours and these things. And in this book, and just publicly, he's really apologizing to his sister for what he said in the past, basically taking credit for her career, saying, look, she would not be able to walk through those doors if I did not open them and blah, blah. Anyways, make a long story short, he's saying that he said all of those things out of jealousy, and that's just not true. She was a star in her own right, and he admitted I was jealous. And he said, even if I did open those doors, she wouldn't have been able to walk through and stay as relevant and blow up as big as she did if she was not already the star that she was supposed to be. But anyways, I just thought that it was really nice. I'm glad that he came around, was able to apologize.
And apologize to his sister?
But you never know who's out here related.
No.
I didn't know.
No. And I didn't know Emma Roberts was his daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it runs deep in the family.
Yes,
They over here talented.
they are. They have that gene. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, well,
Thanks for sharing that, Chanel.
go ahead, Emma. She got
Roberts,
her pop
yes.
locker dropping it. Bless her little heart.
Wow.
So
Thanks for Didn't know that.
speaking of family,
Okay.
there's this new trend going around. There was someone, I don't remember exactly who it was. It was someone who they were shopping in a store and they went down the little baby aisle. And in the baby aisle, there was a purse. Like somebody was shopping, and you know how you leave something like that. Well, I gotta get the pamper. Gotta get the Chimolak, you know what I'm saying? Look Gerber jar, I can't get this purse. And, you know, I'm gonna feed my baby, wipe his ass. I'm gonna get this purse, you know what I'm saying? So, somebody saw and they were like, and so they started this trend of, you deserve the purse. And so what people are doing is, they are leaving money inside of baby items. Because a lot of times parents, single parents especially, you gotta make decisions.
Yes.
And of course, you know, in a good parent, you're gonna choose your kids. So what people are doing, they hide money in diapers, food, snacks, in the baby
Is
aisle.
this the latest trend?
This is what they doing because it's the trend. They calling it "You deserve the purse" or something like that.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's really cute.
That's really
so
cute,
people go home. They can like, dang man, I really want that Snicker bar, but you know, I couldn't get it. And then they get home and little $20 falling out, little taco money.
Yes, been there, done that.
Little light bill money or something.
You pay the light bill or you get the pamp. It's decision.
You gotta make decisions,
choices.
So you deserve the purse. I'm like, this is a cute trend. I think we can all get on board. And then, well, you got some people who are the naysayers of, if you're going to do a kind thing, just do it. You don't have to put it online. Why are you telling everybody that you're doing it? But I think that this is a good trend because, yeah, that's, you know, don't do a good thing for the gratitude of it all. Do something good just because it's just what you're supposed to do as a child of God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they done started a whole movement.
Coming from your heart, do something good.
Yeah. But people have seen it, and now other people can be like, oh, well, I could go down to baby aisle and put a little $10 in a bag. You know, no harm, no foul. Yeah. But, you know, are some people going to do it for the attention? Maybe. But that $10 is still going to help somebody. Whether it came from somebody trying to get clicks and views or not. Right. I think that this is a good trend. I think that is okay. But then you got the other group of people. And this is why people are saying, don't put everything on the internet. Because you have people who have found out about this trend. And now they going down the baby aisle, digging in pockets, opening up Pampers and down. Like, man, shit. I mean, like, hey, I know single mama need, but shit, I'm hungry too. I'm trying to eat.
I'm trying to go get me a little Happy Meal.
And you got some people playing around, pretending like they doing it.
Somebody.
Why everybody out here broke? But my thing is, if you that desperate, go down there in that aisle, and you don't need to be down that aisle, and you just taking it. I'm glad somebody's taking
advantage of the situation.
I don't know. It's next time I go to the little Target or something, I'm gonna leave a little $5 or a little.
Wow.
You know.
Don't be that girl.
I'm gonna leave something. I ain't saying I was gonna take it. I'm
gonna leave a donation. Oh, you're not gonna go down there.
I ain't broke like that. I ain't broke like that, man. It ain't got to that point.
I misunderstood. Okay.
What's that say about you? But what did you raise? Did you say I'm gonna go digging in pockets and similar like cancer?
I was going to say I thought I knew you. Okay.
You don't know me. Finish this meal on me.
That's what T.I. told you.
We ain't gonna talk about T.I.
Okay.
T.I. ain't another story. That's a whole nother story. That's another story.
Okay.
I ain't gonna talk about it.
Okay.
But look, people, I think that is a cute little trend.
It is.
But also, y'all look, don't be slimy. I know y'all out here hungry. Y'all want your number 7s and stuff, but you know. Leave it for the little single mother. You deserve the purse.
Yes.
Or, you know, for the little single fathers, you deserve the
You deserve a break today.
You deserve the Clippers. I don't know. I don't know what the
So
wallet.
whoever
I don't
came
know.
up with that,
Just very
shout
thoughtful.
out to you. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not mad about it. So another debate that the people have been having is these restaurants. Some of these restaurants, higher end restaurants, new restaurants, are starting to get a little particular with the standards and the rules. You know, most restaurants have dress codes or you know, and the more upscale it is, obviously there's a certain type of way that you have to present
Your
yourself,
attire,
and
right, yeah.
there's atmospheres, there's just standards.
Proper, adequate.
Some of these restaurants are getting a little
Outlandish.
I mean, before they handing you the menu, they're handing you a list of rules. They're basically saying, don't be asking for a whole bunch of changes. Know what you want to order. Don't
like
tip this way. You know, and they're wording it nicely.
Oh, okay.
But the gist of it is,
wow.
But you know, I think two things are happening here.
Wow.
No one has home training. Okay, here's the first thing. And I think what it is no one has no decorum. No one has, people do not have manners. They don't know how to behave. No one has home training, and it has forced these restaurants to just like, you know what?
I have to agree.
Let me just get ahead of this before it's an issue between customer and waiter. Let's just.
I'm giving you this menu. I'm giving you this pamphlet. Also,
a social contract that we should just all be on the same page of, but we're not. Yes. So that's one thing that's happening here. Number two. What?
Well, I was just going to say that is so true in today's society because ever since COVID.
Oh, people have really lost all kind of grasp.
It's like no one came out of their relaxed mode. They coming in the stores with pajamas. And they okay with it. Like,
yeah.
What have we come to?
Yeah, social norms that were actually just decent human behavior gone out the window.
Real fast.
Yes. So I kind of understand why some of these restaurants are getting
okay with it.
Yeah.
So and they expect why the restaurant went to
right, and they're expecting for everyone to just be okay with your lackadaisical, blasé, I don't care, the world revolves around me attitude, and people should not have to deal with that. So that's one thing. The other thing that I think is happening here, which I've talked about this before when it comes to concert ticket prices, especially comedy shows. I talked about before when Tosh Point Oh famously said, I don't want the type of person who can afford $10 to be in my show. And I'm like, and I understand that. Yes, I think that it's not just about prices now, because see, these high-end restaurants or fun activities of any concerts and stuff, ticket prices go up partially because you want to weed out the type of people that are going to make everyone's experience an awful time. And I think that now, when anybody can get their hands, people scheme to get money. People are going to Target and stealing out of diaper bags. And then going to the high end restaurants. Hooligans are going, because you could go find $200 on the street and go get you a nice meal.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, okay, well, let us put in these quote unquote rules to make people say, man, I ain't doing all that.
Okay. So you fell right into my trap.
Yeah.
That was my angle.
Because normal people are going to do all these things on these rules anyway. Well, of course I'm going to be polite to my waiter. Of course I'm going to know what I'm going to order. Of course I'm not going to send my food back after I halfway ate it. Of course I'm going to tip on top of gratuity because I got it like that. Of course I'm going to do all these things because I was raised right and I'm a civil human being. Mm-hmm. I am okay with abiding with the social contract.
Yes. You are as a person.
So I think to weed out the hooligans, let's put this list, and they're going to be like, Baby, I ain't doing all that. Good. They got exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm. I knew you would.
So now we can control our clientele.
And they controlling it. You have to. It's a shame we come to this, but the world we live in.
Well, you can't put a sign that says no hooligans on the door.
No, you bet not.
So,
okay.
So I mean, I'm okay with it.
It's a way of going around what you trying to
now. It's too far. Yeah. Now, when you start putting stuff on the rules, it's basically saying no whites, no blacks allowed, no whites only, no Hispanics. When you start putting rules, it's kind of like you are not allowed to. And it's like, this kind of sound a little. What's going on? Little, what's going on? They start saying you can't wear rainbows and stuff. Then you. Not to say that anybody's out there doing that, but I'm just saying these restaurants do need to be careful because it can easily become.
Cross the line.
Well, what are you trying to say? And you opening yourself up to
it's a thin line. It could be a thin
civil
line.
suits.
Right. Okay.
We don't want to do the civil suits of the discriminatory region.
Not in 2024.
Baby, I ain't got time for it.
Baby.
Oh, there ain't no other way.
And it ain't no other way.
Well, that's my 2 cents on that. But I saw the people debating on it, and I'm like, well, if people knew how to act and were normal and would go to dinner and not be loud, wear appropriate clothing, it's a shame that we got to the point where we have to send these rules out.
Yeah, the society we have come to be.
No one another thing that's really grinding my gears. No one has spatial awareness. No one is aware how close they are to you. In a car, in a line.
Not respect your space.
No, they'll reach right in front of you. There's no excuse. It's not even them being rude. Is that they are so in their own little. People have no idea how close they are to you.
Their manners just suck.
And they don't bathe. Nobody brushes their teeth.
Say, what's your face?
Be aware. If for whatever reason you had to run out of the house and you're not fresh, be cognizant of that and mindful. Be demure. Be very cutesy. And step back an extra 6 inches. Why are you here? I'm trying to figure out what can of soup I want. And I'm like, damn. That cream of mushroom and onion is really fragrant. I'm like, damn, it ain't that soup. You can't smell no soup through no can. This damn Juliet next to me, goddamn it. Did you roll around in the cat box before you came? Because what's happening? I'm scrolling. I'm sorry. I know I keep taking it back to the TikTok, but it is what it is. This girl on the TikTok, she made a TikTok. She was talking about. She was like, I used to be one of those people that would say, "Why is everyone standing up on the plane? We just landed. We're gonna be here taxiing for at least 20 minutes or whatever. Why are you standing up? Sit down, relax." And then the girl says, I used to be that people that would be like, sit down. But she was like, now I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I want to stand up. I want to, I want to stretch my legs. I just want to get up, and I'm okay with standing up. Why does it bother you that I'm standing up? I'm like, girl. And this is the result of COVID. And it goes back to the spatial awareness of, baby, it's not about you being bothered about standing up. It's about your crotch air is now in my face. I don't care. I don't care if you scrubbed and scraped with all of the Dove.
Sit your butt down.
I don't care what you did before you came. Nobody is people. You can only be so fresh while traveling. Goes back to the nervous sweat that we talked about last week. Okay, look, I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I'm not trying about body shame. I know some people gotta get prescriptions. I did, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's a girl. It's a girl that I worked with. This girl I worked with. You remember that girl? Sweet girl.
I'm not trying.
But she had to wear the prescription deodorant. Because
that's a thing, and
she was just strong. But anyways, I'm getting thrown up. But
getting off topic
with the plane, Also, you're hovering over people. You had
Yes.
I don't want to smell your peanut breath. Some of y'all like to order 2, 3, 4, 5 cocktails on a plane. I don't want to smell your whiskey and rye,
Yes.
your Chardonnay breath,
Your bourbon and Coke, man. Come
your
on.
broccoli salad breath. Some of y'all got real bold and decided to bring Philly steak and cheese sandwiches on
those
here,
people that
Qdoba
bring
and stuff.
The onion and the avocado.
Yeah,
and
you. When you stand up,
the chili bean.
we already breathe the circulated air up in here. And so when you stand up, now you it's a lot of whiff and breath going on.
Yes. More than we would like to.
And plus, even if
Inside.
you do smell good, some people don't have odor. Some people don't sweat. Some people smell great. I don't care if you got on the latest, greatest bottle of J'adore, Tommy Hilfiger. I don't care what Marc Jacobs said. I don't care if you got on Happy Clinique. I don't want you. Planes are only so big. Even the biggest of planes. Your butt it should
in
never
your
be
face.
that close.
Yes. So sit down.
Just sit down.
Sit down.
I get
please.
people get nervous and anxious. It's a
Some
very
people
anxious
can't-
time.
They've been sitting there and they just got to stand up. Get them doing too much.
Sit down. You pull it out bags, knock people all upside the head, say oops upside your head, say oops upside your head. When it.
Don't mean that I don't want to. Hey, ho, hey.
Okay, anyways, so that's my TED Talk
Sorry,
for today.
guys.
I think that that about wraps it up. We do want to keep these at about 31 seconds. Any last
31
thoughts?
minutes.
31 minutes. Don't correct me on my show.
There's a new
Ma'am.
sheriff in town, baby. Don't you know?
Oh,
okay.
I need to
Okay,
go. We
cut,
need to call the network.
No. All right, then. We ain't going to
The
do that.
networks will be involved.
Okay.
This is not Fox News.
This is not my... Okay.
Okay.
Nice
this
hanging out
is
with you,
Nellyville.
Gary girl.
This is Nellyville LLC Productions.
Oh, okay.
Sand Dollar Sound Productions.
I haven't got there yet. Okay, my bad. I got excited.
Anyways, any final
Don't
thoughts?
mean that I don't want to. I just want to say thank you so much. Love you so much. Peace out.
Oh, I do want. When we start singing that song, Gap Band,
Yes.
the Sabrina the Carpenter. Let's bring back around the music. We started with. We're gonna end with it. Y'all need to go listen to all of the Sabrina Carpenter album. It's a great album, beginning to end. But there's a particular song circling around. She's getting a lot of the black audience, okay? And a lot of people are like, "Dang, why do we love this song?" It is a Sabrina Carpenter song called "Beg Kim." Y'all check it out. I ain't gonna tell you what songs it was all you can kind of get a little clips of. But whoever made this beat for her, it is beautiful. It's amazing. The art of sampling, it is beautiful. Y'all already got a little hint.
Guys, just listen.
You already got a hint of the Gap, but you gonna hear some others, and I want y'all to come tell me what y'all. But anyway,
leave a comment.
It's she
Let
got
us
it.
know.
I've been waiting for Shawty to blow up for 10 years. I go back.
She finally came up through. I want you guys to leave a comment at the end of the show and let us know.
Y'all done slept on my girl. Y'all don't sit there and be like, oh, where she came from? She an industry plant. No, she been hustling, bustling, and scrimping and scraping and scrapping for 10 years plus. Y'all just slept on my girl. And I'm glad y'all finally woke up to the Lady Carpenter. So anyways, with all that being said, I think that's it for this episode 2. Thank you guys for joining
Shout
us.
out to
And
Sabrina. Okay.
you know, shout out 502, you know what I'm saying? 281 979 504, you know what I'm trying to What's Nashville's what's Tennessee's area code? I don't know. Hold on. We got
Is it 6?
we gonna
I think it's 606.
hold on, we got our producers doing some research at this time.
Oh wow.
Just we're gonna get a Tennessee area code.
I think 606.
We gonna 606 sounds right.
Oh, it's 615.
615.
Yeah, the
615. Yeah. I said, oops, Side your head. Say oops upside your head.
Go on, baby girl.
Bye.